Hi, I'm Councilwoman LaMonica McIver, representing the Central Ward, and you are tuned in to the Central Exchange. The Central Exchange is a new platform that we've created to help us highlight and talk about the things happening in the Central Ward, and also talk about our city resources and our city departments. And so I'm excited about this platform that we have, and we hope that people tune in and watch. It's an opportunity for people to, find out about the things that are happening in the Central Ward and to be well versed of the things that are happening. And we encourage you to get involved as well. The Central Ward, we're moving fast. We have lots going on here in the Central Ward, and we want to make sure that Newarkers who've been here, who are here, get involved and stay involved. That's one of my prime initiatives as a new Central Ward Councilwoman, to do that, to make sure that Newarkers are involved and engaged as much as we can. So taping the Central Exchange is one way of doing that. I strongly encourage people to follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter. Central Ward Community, or you can follow me, Councilwoman McIver, at any given time where we post and announce events happening that you can take advantage of and see what we're doing, what we're about. I'm here working for the citizens, and it's important for you to see what I'm up to. Hi, I'm LaMonica McIver, Central Ward Councilwoman, and welcome to our first edition of our show, The Central Exchange. We will discuss, highlight, and focus on what's happening here in the Central Ward on this show. Joining me today, I'm so excited, is our first guest, Dr. Mark Wade, Director of Health and Wellness for the City of Newark. Welcome, Dr. Wade.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's an honor.
We are excited to have you. We wanted to invite you on the show because, of course, health and wellness is very important in our communities here in the city of Newark. And we wanted you to give an opportunity to the audience, people that are watching here in the city, to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do. What does your department do? What does your role consist of?
Surely. Well, I'm a pediatrician by training.
Nice.
Board certified with subspecialty training in adolescent medicine. I'm now in my 37th year out of residency, and so I'm excited to bring this stage of my career back to Newark, which is my second go around, if you will. And I'm really honored that Mayor Baraka gave me the opportunity to oversee the Department of Health and Community Wellness.
Nice.
We have a very comprehensive department that is responsible for not only physical health, which we do through our federally qualified health center, the Mary Elijah Mahoney Health Center, where we provide adult medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, podiatry, HIV and infectious disease services. We have a bustling dental department, so it's a full comprehensive healthcare service. But we're also responsible for overseeing for the city immunizations, the largest in the state, the largest WIC program in the state. We're responsible for lead, again, the largest program in the state. We're responsible for animal control, rodent control, food monitoring. So we monitor food from 5-star restaurants to icy push carts in the street. And we're responsible for the largest HIV funding opportunity from the feds and the state through to over 40 subrecipients throughout Newark. And then we are also responsible for this little thing called homelessness, which falls under our banner. So we're working vigorously to try to bring the appropriate services and care to our residents without addresses. So it's a very busy department.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a mouthful, right?
It is.
So with the center, the clinic, it's free.
Yes.
All free.
That's correct.
So a city resident can come down, show ID, and just sign up for any of the services that you're offering that you mentioned.
All of the aforementioned services are free.
Wow.
If you have no insurance, if you have Medicaid, if you have private insurance, of course your private insurance will pay for it, and there may be a copay in terms of the federally qualified health center. But we are, as a Department of Health, are the place, nationally, Department of Health are places where people who either can't afford, can't get access to, or other places won't provide the service, we say go to the health department. Well, we're uniquely positioned in that we're a health department that also has the capability of providing these primary care services.
Wow.
Over, I'd say 40 to 45% of our patients are Medicaid eligible. Another 40 to 45% have no insurance. 40 to 45% are residents who are visiting us, if you will. And about 50% of our patients don't speak English as a primary language. So we really are the last stop, if you will, along the chain of available health care throughout the city. And we're honored to provide it because that's our call. That's our
right,
purpose.
yes. So if you are tuned in, that was a lot. I mean, the City of Newark offers all of these free services that are free to you, and you should take advantage. Definitely stop by. For those who do not know where the center is, if you can just give us the address and a telephone number that they can contact if they have questions or want to stop by and visit.
Sure. Our federally qualified health center, where you can get a doctor or healthcare provider, is at 394 University Avenue, on the corner of University Avenue and William Street. And again, that's pediatrics, OBGYN, internal medicine, podiatry, or subspecialty services. For dental care or WIC immunizations or lead, 110 William Street, which is the older, more formidable location for the services, are right there. If you, and I'm going to strongly encourage our residents, if you want to have your child tested for lead,
yes,
which is a huge issue in our city right now, because though there is an issue about the theoretical potential of lead in the water that can have a negative impact, which I'll describe, by far the most important benefit we can provide our kids is to have them tested for lead. Specifically, pregnant women, newborns, and children under 6, because lead's negative impact when it happens is on the developing brain. And so we want to identify early if this is a potential risk so that we can intervene. And if indeed your child has an elevated level, right there we will assign a nurse case manager that will help the family to make all of the adjustments within the household, if you will, and send the lead inspector to your home to test your home for lead. And if that is positive, and if you qualify, and most Newark residents will, we will de-lead your home for free. So we will do it from testing to getting rid of the lead in your home so that you can feel comfortable that your child has a more optimal environment. And so we absolutely should take advantage of all of these free services.
Right. Well, Dr. Wade took that was going to be my next question to him regarding the lead, the importance with our lead service line situation we have going on here in the city of Newark that no one is really a stranger to at this point. We've been on all national news networks about it, was to express to residents how important it is to get tested, to get your kids tested for lead, and to, even if it's lead service line itself, that's one thing. But we also have the situation with lead paint and dust in lead and things of that nature, and that we've been offering those services for years here in the city of Newark. So it's definitely not new. I do want to thank you so much for coming out today, for sharing with us. We do look to have you back on the show. We're going to be doing, for those who are tuned in as well, this is news to you, we'll be doing a segment just on homelessness in general, talking about that, of how we are combating that as a city, things that we're doing, which is a hard situation to tackle. It's not one municipality itself to deal with homelessness. It's a national problem in the United States. And so we want to invite you back on with our guests that we'll have then to speak more about that. But thank you so much for coming out, Dr. Wade. And lastly, before you go, just leave the number with the health department just in case residents want to contact the health department. Okay.
Well, I'm going to leave actually my office number.
Great. Okay.
Which is 973-733-5310.
Got it. And also, I can't let you get away without announcing the flu vaccines, the free flu vaccines that the city of Newark is offering right now. Do you want to give a little bit of information about that?
Absolutely. Vaccines are free for anyone. And We are providing those vaccines at the health department, 8:30 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. And we're also providing them for city employees on Wednesdays.
That's wonderful.
All day. So please come out and get your flu vaccine. There's always a lot of concern and criticism about what if. But influenza, which is what we are vaccinating against, not a bad cold, but influenza is a life-threatening illness that we can prevent if we take the vaccine. So it's about
Yes.
prevention and taking care of our community.
Got it. Well, I encourage you guys to get your flu shot. I'm going to get mine next week. Definitely, I've been getting one every year. So anyway, thank you so much, Dr. Wade, for coming out, and it was a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Joining me now is Kareem Adeem, Director of Water and Sewer for the City of Newark. Welcome, Director Adeem. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Councilwoman.
Thank you so much for coming. We know that you are extremely busy, but we wanted to be able to get you on the show because your role is very important here, and we've been having a lot of things happening in our water and sewer department over these last couple of months. And so I just wanted to kind of start off on a different scale and start off by allowing you to tell us a little bit about yourself and your role here in the City of Newark.
Well, my name is Kareem Adeem. As we already know, I'm the Acting Director of the Department of Water and Sewer Utilities. I started working for the city back in like 1991 as a seasonal laborer, filling potholes. Around 94, I transferred into the Water Department. They first created the Utility Department of Water and Sewer Utilities. As a laborer, and I worked my way up, and presently right now I'm assuming the Acting Director role. I was previously Assistant Director prior to the passing of Andrea Adebawale.
Nice, nice. So, of course, you're born and raised here in the City of Newark. What part of the City of Newark you from?
Well, I'm from the whole entire city.
Oh, okay. I
So
thought
I'm
you were
one
going
of
to say the Central Ward.
No,
You on the Central Exchange. We thought you was going to say
born and
Central
raised in
Ward.
the Central.
Got it. Okay.
Born and raised in the
okay.
Central, so you can have that.
Nice, nice. All right, so that's good. So, of course, we've been having a lot of different things happen with our lead service lines here in the city, and I know people are very familiar about what's been happening. So I don't want to start from scratch about how we kind of got here because we've heard that over and over again. But I want to talk about where we're at right now with the whole lead service line replacement. What are we offering as a city? So I guess we can start with how's it going with the lead service lines being replaced.
So presently we're doing great with the lead service lines. We got a little new strategy, as you know. Back in August, we got the $120 million from the county.
Yes.
City Council passed the resolutions along with the freeholder in the county. Back in September, local finance board also passed the resolution for us to start using the money. We've been out since September 18th. The two new contracts are replacing 50 services a day. The remaining phase one is still ongoing. Logistically, we're doing a block-by-block approach and strategy, which is helping us. And we're replacing lead service lines for free. On another note, probably on the 4th, the next council meeting, the 4th, no, the 6th, where we will be putting some more contracts in front of the city council to bring on some additional vendors. We want to expedite the lead service replacement in a 24 to 30 month period.
Great. And so your department is still going out checking if residents call to see if they have lead in their water or if they have a lead service line, shall I say. Your department is still going out doing those checks.
Yes, we're still doing free lead service line inspections, free water inspections, and the health department is still doing free testing.
Correct. So that's good. So if residents want to get their lead, if they want to get their homes checked, shall I say, they can still call the 733-6303 number?
Yes,
Got
yes, they
it.
can. We're available 6 days a week at that number, or you can email us at waterandsewer@ci.newark.nj Got
Got it. So residents, if you're tuned in, and we know you're tuned in, you can definitely still get your homes checked to see if you have a lead service line. Like Director Adeem mentioned, you can either email or you can call the water and sewer department to schedule them to come out and check your water, and you should do that. Are we still giving out filters?
Yes, we're still giving out filters for those who never picked up a filter. But the biggest thing is we're giving out replacement cartridges. It was a year ago, October the 12th, when the city rolled out the program and giving out filters. And some of those homeowners, their filters, we gave them a year's worth expiring. So we need to come back and pick up your certified, NFS certified filter from the city. You want to be aware that we got companies going out there selling filters that may or may not be NSF certified, National Sanitation Foundation certified. And ours are for free, right? We're giving you free filters. We don't support a brand, but the brand we're giving is Pure filters. They're the faucet mounts. Or if a resident needed, they can pick up the pictures. And the health department is giving out water filters Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The rec centers are Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7 p.m. That's Bo Porter on Lyons Avenue, 278 Lyons Avenue. Vince Lombardi Centers of Hope, 201 Bloomfield Avenue, and the Baldwin Street Recreation Center on South Orange Avenue.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So I know we were coming to a close on distributing bottles of water. Have we closed on that, or are we still giving out bottles of water?
Well, test results are showing that the filters were 99% effective after flushing. So we just want to reemphasize people want you to flush and use the filter. We're still giving out bottled water to pregnant mothers, mothers that may be nursing, right? And they can pick that water up at the health department on 110 William Street or the Shani Baraka Center on Clinton Avenue in Milford.
Great, great. That's good information. So once again, I just want to continue because we've been doing this as we've been going out to community meetings and talking with residents. If you're unsure if you have a lead service line in your home, like Director Adeem mentioned, you need to get your home tested. You can just call the water department. They will come out and test for you. There's no need to listen to folks that are just knocking on your door telling you something. You should listen to officials that are able to do official testing and let you know, confirm or not, if you have a lead service line. In addition, I know we've been talking a lot about the lead, about the water filters and so forth, but I do want to talk about some of the other things that water and sewer does, because those things are high priorities too, like cleaning catch basins and all of the rest of the work that you guys do. So we get a lot of residents that call and they say, hey, we have this, catch basin, which is the sewer drain by my house. It needs to be clean. How does a resident report that they want to get a catch basin clean?
First of all, if you're on a city road, you need to distinguish if you're on a county road or a city road. So if you're on one of the county roads, you should be contacting the county. County road would be like Broadway, Clinton Avenue, Chancellor Avenue, Lyons Avenue, and the Century Ward, parts of Springfield Avenue would be county roads. You would call the county. If it's a city street, you would call the water department at 973-733-3654.
3654.
Or you can email us at water and sewer, one word, at ci.norc.nj.us. We'll schedule for a truck to come out and clean the catch basin. However, I just want you to know, during heavy rain events, you see a lot of flooding. It's not that the catch basin needs to be cleaned all the time. It's a lot that the system is at capacity for that moment. So if you see flooding during a heavy rain event, and then after the rain event ends, within like an hour or two, the water recedes, it probably don't need cleaning. It's just that this system is at capacity during that time.
Correct. But you guys also do regular routine cleaning as well.
We do routine maintenance weekly. So we have 4 catch basin cleaning trucks, and we dispatch them out every day. 6 days a week they go out.
Good, good. That's great information. So that's good to know. And if you're unsure if you're on a county road or a city street, call my office, we'll confirm for you. But definitely that's good information. Circling back to the lead service line replacement that we're doing, for residents that have signed up, they're ready to go. I know you guys are working on a system where you can check to see where you're at, approximately when you're going to get to them. How's that going?
It's going great. So we're looking maybe in a couple more weeks. We're going to have a website where you can go on the website and you'll see different colors. You'll see red for services that we completed. You'll see green, people that's about to be scheduled. You'll see yellow for those houses that we didn't contact yet, or we're looking to contact to show them up.
Exactly. Got
But
it.
those will be on the website where you can access that from your smartphone, your tablet, or just any computer.
Got it. And also, too, even if they can't check there, you guys come out and you flyer if you're coming to them to replace, right?
So very soon we've recently started putting up signs that say we're in your neighborhood or we're coming to your neighborhood. Or if we're on your block, we have signs that say we're on your block. You know, we're trying to do it engaging by doing logistically a block by block approach, right? Which help us not bottleneck a lot of traffic or inconvenience too many people at the same time.
Got
But
it.
we're pulling the lead service lines out.
Got it. That's great. So if you already have been confirmed that you have a lead service line, you need to sign up. Well, we've been having a crew come out. My office has been volunteering, and other tons of city volunteers have come out, knocked on doors, and gave you the form to sign up to replace your line. If you haven't done so, please do so. It's important that we get as many residents as we can to sign up for the replacement so that we can ultimately take out the lead service line in general. So we need for you to do that, and we need for you to encourage your neighbors, your family members who are here in the city of Newark to do the same. So that's great information. Thank you. In addition, lastly, well, not lastly, but close to last, I wanted to discuss the program where we have Newarkers working on the lead service line replacement program.
So the great thing that came out of the lead service replacement program when we got the $120 million, we were able to put more Newarkers to work. However, we already have 2 local Newark contractors on phase 1 that previously started back in March of pulling lead service lines out. The $120 million, the emergency contract was a little different. We also engaged with the unions to put an apprenticeship class in to hire more Newark laborers or personnel to help with those contractors pulling out. In addition, in economic development, the city's Newark Forward, I'm trying to think, they changed the name so many
It's
times.
Invest Newark.
Invest Newark.
Yeah.
Invest Newark over the last year, every first quarter, I think it's the third week in every first quarter, the third Monday in every first quarter, they teach classes to guide you through becoming an NBE or WMBE, and how you
Yes.
can get government contracts and city contracts for minorities.
That's
And that's
awesome.
been working great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We definitely want to be able to put as many Newarkers to work as we can. I just want to thank you for all the work that you have been doing, your leadership. You know, it's not most of the time people come out of a second in command position and like hop right into fire. You know, you have some time to transition and learn and grow. And I know it has not been easy. You know, we've been following this lead service line issue and dealing with it for months now. I literally walked into office into it in 2018. And, you know, people have, you know, said mean things, done mean things, said mean things about you. They don't even know you. And it's been very disheartening. And I could say that I have been one of the people that have been talking against that, because even if we disagree, that doesn't mean I have to be disrespectful to you, and it doesn't mean I have to be mean to you either, or talk bad about your character or anything like that. So I just want to say on this show, having you and just thanking you for all the work that you do, and to continue to stay focused and, you know, prayed up, right? You got to stay prayed up in this business. But I just want to thank you for everything. So that is Director Kareem Adeem. I want to thank you again for coming out. And is there anything you want to leave the people
Yes, first
with?
I want to thank you for your support. And the other thing I want to mention that Ken Gibson says something like, you know, wherever the world is going, Newark will get there first. We'll be the first in the state, right, to remove all lead service lines.
Yes,
we'll
we
be
will.
the first in probably the country to do it for free,
Yes.
right? We'll also be the first, right, to do it in a shorter time frame, right? The 24 to 30 months, we're doing it aggressively. And again, my encouragement to continue going in the city that I love, city that I was born and raised in, the city that I currently still live in, the city that my family go to school in, city that, you know, that I'm inbred in, deeply involved in, and I work for now. We're going to get this done. The encouragement is having the support from the councilwomen, the council staff, some of the clergy staff that I meet, and for some of the people that just want to see us move forward and get things done.
That's
You know, the truth gets stopped at a corner. The truth is always stopped at the corner. The lie runs a marathon. It's a lot of drama, a lot of theatrics. I just want to thank people, right, that's being very patient with the city, those residents,
Yes,
those
thank
homeowners,
you.
as we are guided through this process of replacing lead service lines, doing free water testing, right, and removing lead.
Yes, thank you.
And
Thank
doing free
you.
home inspections.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me on the show.
Thank
Remember,
you, Director.
filter your water. Pick up your water filter at one of the rec centers. Pick up your replacement cartridges or at the health department. We want to flush, then filter. Flush, then filter. When you're away from home for stagnant periods of time, flush, then filter. And I want to make sure that we're changing our cartridges. When the red light come on, it's time to change your replacement cartridge
Yes.
inside the filter.
Now that's a good point to end on. Thank you so much, Director Dean. Thank you. It was a pleasure having you.